Hi guys, Mew2King.
And it's Salem.
And today I'm going to be teaching you guys Sheik. I was the best Sheik player from early 2008 to early 2017, so approximately 9 years, so pretty respectable. And I know a lot about this character, and now I can share this information with you. So first I'm going to teach you guys about movement. So one thing I'll go over, her dash stance, it's okay, but it's not as good as someone like Marf or Fox. Like, it can still be useful. Like if they try to attack me, you can still do something like that. But compare Marf and Fox will be doing the dash stance more than Sheik. Sheik tends to do the wave dash back into wave dash back, so you can like wave dash back, and then they usually miss a move, and then you could like F tilt or something. One thing I like to do is wave dash back F tilt. Like obviously everything has a counter. Like if you're expecting the F tilt, you can just like run and crouch it or just wait for it. But like it can be good because you know, it knocks over starting in like high 20s, so, and you can get like combos off it and stuff, especially on fast forwards. But Sheik tends to move with the wave dash a lot. Also, when you wave dash, you're crouch canceling, and Sheik has a really effective crouch cancel. So like, try to hit me. See, I can move. I can crouch while moving. So like, you can like hold down right on the control stick, wave dash, and then F tilt. And even if I was to get hit out of that, like try to hit me. See, even if I was moving toward him, that same result would still happen. I would just be sliding while crouch canceling. But a Sheik tends to do the wave dash a lot. The other really important thing, as you know if you've ever watched Pup, shield drops. With UCF, it's really easy. The majority of controllers, an easy way to test, you just press right and then just hold down right, and it should work. It depends on the controller slightly. Let me test your control real quick. Yeah, it's free. You just right to down right. It's super free.
I'm not used to it.
Dude, you're pushing really far to the left and down left the entire time. So you go full left to full down left. Bam.
Oh, so it's just one of those things where you have to like wait a little.
Bam. I just do this all once. Like, watch.
Oh my god.
I'm right here. Bam. Shield drop's really good with Sheik because her shield is a lot better. It's like, it's not as good as Fox and Falco's, but it's still better than like at least half of the good characters. Like, it's, people say it's a good shield. I don't know how great it is because you can still hit her feet. It's like you may or may not get hit. You're a lot more protected than Marth, but you're not as protected as like Fox or Falco. Another important thing about Sheik, which I guess is movement related, is the short hop. So this has a really huge hitbox. It's not as big as a sword, but imagine it as like a very, very, very tiny sword. Like it's more range. Like I'm trying to show you the range. It's pretty respectable, and it's an overhead hit, and it protects you. Like, if you could see the hitbox, like, try to jump full hop over me. Do it again. See, it's a really respectable hitbox. Basically covers your entire like an arc. It's easier when you have hitboxes on, but yeah. Basically, the beginning of a lot of your moves have huge hitboxes, but as I was saying, the short hop fair is really good, and the short hop bears are really good. Other advanced movement is needle turnarounds. So to teach you needle turnaround real quick, this is important movement, though. So basically, jump to the right, tap left, release left, and then press B. So again, jump to the right, tap left, release left, and you have about a half a second to press B. I did it, or maybe not half a second. So and when you get good at it, you can I can go back and forth like this.
Oh,
it's not really needed, but a lot of the reason you do that is because, one, you might want to threaten grab ledge, and two, you might want to threaten back air. Basically, in most matchups, it's better, almost all matchups actually, it's better to threaten back air than forward air for edge guarding. So it's doing something like that is about 1,000 times worse than doing something like this, because when you're facing back, you threaten back air and you can grab the ledge. So it's substantially better for multiple reasons. And then ledge dash is also movement, which you need to learn. I made a how to ledge dash video if you want to learn, but the short version, something you need to know about Sheik. Because of ECB, which is like where you release from the ledge, doing this poof into ledge dash actually puts you at a lower point, so you're SD. If you do the same movement as one of these, because you release from a higher point. ECB is basically where the game thinks you grab the ledge. So right here, if I drop from ledge here, I start from a lower point. But if I do this, I start from a higher point. Or if I do this, I start around the same point as this. It's pretty complex, annoying stuff, but it actually makes a 2-frame difference here, which is immensely huge. Your ledge dash becomes 2 frames easier and or better. So the poof ledge stall, actually, I didn't know this for years. I even SD'd against Armada at EVO. It was either EVO 2013 or 2014. Sheik versus Peach on Drew Man. Go watch that match. I did this, and then led that on and died. I didn't have the knowledge that I had the skill, but I didn't have the knowledge that that gave me a 2-frame advantage every single time. How to fight with Sheik is pretty hard to define because she's not one of those characters where some moves are like completely better than others. Like, for example, like down air would be considered her worst aerial, but it's pretty good for like combos, like specific scenarios where it's a good in a combos, but it would still be considered her worst. For standard fighting, spacing moves like this, like these two, that could be pretty good. And then, you know, you do the edge guard, however you want to edge guard a character. But spacing these moves are pretty good. Depending on the matchup and their percentage and a lot of other factors, F-tilt and into a crouch cancel backup, or wave dash back F-tilt into a crouch cancel backup. You always want to crouch cancel backup just in case you get hit, so that you can maybe punish them back, or at least you don't get sent flying. F-tilt is really good. So basically some things that come to mind more quicker than others is moves like these are definitely really good. But like even other moves can be really good. Like this can be really good because like if you try to shield grab me, see, like it's really good. And even at the highest percentages, like from even the lowest percentages to even if I get you to like 150, like watch how hard F-tilt hits. See, like that, I can only barely combo here, but watch. See, it's way easier to combo. So even if they're at super high percent, down tilt can still kill them. And it's just, it's kind of hard to shield grab, and like they're all good in different types of scenarios. I'd say F-tilt's probably the best overall, but they all have really good uses. Like for example, this has no lag, and this can be really good in combos. All of the tilts are really good. Oh, there's something called boost grab, which is really important to learn. Basically, you dash attack. This is a dash attack. This is a dash grab. But you can do dash attack grab, and there's a 3-frame window, and all three are different lengths. So the longest one, you dash attack right here, but just before it comes out, you turn it into Z. So before the hitbox, I did it a little too late. Basically, you dash attack at them, and just before the hitbox comes out, you change it to a grab. It's actually your fastest burst option. And here's why. You would probably think it's dash attack, because in Smash 4 and Ultimate, dash attack actually goes in front of Sheik. Well, it's so bad in this game that even that doesn't hit you. It's the middle of her body. Yes. Ew. Even this doesn't hit. It'll hit now. It's actually her chest. Even her entire face doesn't count, which is the opposite in Smash 4 and Ultimate. In Smash 4 and Ultimate, it actually goes in front of her face. In this game, it's the exact reverse, which is why you need the boost grab a lot of time. Which means her burst option is limited to boost grab, which means camping her is very good because her quick approach is linear, which means you want to basically kind of be like a wall, kind of like a Peach. Oh yeah, this move auto-cancels pretty fast. Auto-cancel means not only do you not have to L-cancel it, but it also means you only have 4 frames landing lag. Instead of like, this will be like, every other aerial for like these, it's at least like 7 or more, depending on the attack. Maybe this might be like 8 or something, I don't know by off heart. But like, it varies on the move. Like Fox's Nair would be 7, this would be like slightly more than that. But see, look, you don't see the lag I had before I can shield. And then here, there's even less lag, and you don't even have to press R. This means you don't get locked out of untouchables. So yeah, stuff like that's really good. And you can also change the timing. Like I can do like this, or I can do like this, or I can do, and all that stuff changes the timing. And then there's even more advanced stuff. A lot of Sheiks do nowadays. They do this. They wave dash back because a lot of people try to punish her landing lag. Like maybe you might have tried like. Maybe you wanted to do something like dash dance dash attack. So they pretend to do it, and then they wave land back, and it's free grab. And then her grab game is really powerful. So like let's DI behind me. You can do stuff like this. But that's for like non-chain grab dittos and stuff. Or she has a chain grab on herself, which is 0 to death, frame perfect at 0 though. And her down throws it pretty much destroys everyone. So her grab game is really good, which is why getting the grab is really good, because you can either chain grab or combo every single character. And it's like one of the best throws in the game by far.
What is with chain grabbing and Sheik dittos? So why do people do it and why do people not do it?
So basically, it's super lame and it doesn't take skill. And me and Pup decided that we weren't gonna. We were like the best Sheiks, so we basically decided that not only it's partially because I'm friends and I don't want to like do the lame thing to like my friend, but it's like basically everyone knows it doesn't take as much skill. Basically, we all decided we weren't gonna chain grab. Oh. But then it's more complicated because then it's like, okay, well, if you actually want to win, you chain grab. It's kind of sucks. It's kind of like at some point, you know, you have to go back to using it because it's like it's like an issue of like morals and like what's right or wrong, and then it's like, okay, well, I want to actually win and not nerf myself, and if I know my opponent's worse at it, then like why would I keep nerfing myself when I don't have to? But then certain people are just going to chain grab no matter what. Like Facel's always going to chain grab anyway. And as there have been more good Sheiks, it's just gone down to the point where like unfortunately you just have to chain grab. Nito's also really good. You can charge up to 6. It does like 16 to 18 if they all hit, depending on how they hit. I don't know why it varies a bit, but and then the hitbox is like weirder than you think. It's like 3 different hitboxes, even though it looks like 1. I don't know why. It's like really stupid, but you can use that for like edge guarding. You can use that in neutral. This also has only like 4 frames landing lag, so it's the same as empty land, except it's like you can't fast fall a B move, so you can't start it and then do that. Like you can start it fair fast fall, but you can't start the B move and then fast fall. So it really comes down to like there's this and there's this and there's this and there's this and there's this, and then depending on needle grab, like that's a combo if it hits, but if it's on shield, then it's a mix-up based on like who grabs faster or port. But like if you want to be safe, you can just like dash away, and that's safe against a lot of stuff, but then they could read you dashing away, and you can know I'm going to dash away and then do that, and there's this counter play to everything. It's actually, and that's just the basics of the depth, but that already shows you some of the important like mix-ups. Jab used to be better in the past, but now people just spam crouch cancel, so it doesn't matter as much. Like in the past, the jabs used to be like amazing. Like we'd always do jabs and stuff, but now the new meta is literally just everything's crouch cancel all the time. So the jab got worse over the years.
I was wondering about that because back then I saw a lot of jabs. And I was like, wow, this is crazy.
I mean, it's still not useless, but I mean, with the spamming of crouch cancel and shield, and just especially with chain grabs on, it's even worse if chain grabs on because they can just shield grab. And there's also things like shield DI. Like if you're already holding forward, like hit my shield. Now this time I'm gonna hold away. See how there's shield DI, and I didn't show you neutral DI, but it's just in the middle of those two. And that you can also get closer to the opponent. So like, watch, try to fair jab me. All I'm doing is holding down forward or forward, holding R, and I'm mashing the A button mindlessly.
Toxic.
And like to beat that, you can do like dash away, right? But then do dash away, fair dash away, but then I can read that too. So like everything has a counter. Like it doesn't even have to be that. Like you could also read that by doing dash. Like you could also have done this and then shield grab like that or crouch. Like there's always a mix-up. Melee basically has endless depth. Not literally endless, but like so much more than every other game because of the way it is. That there's always like it's complexities and answers to every situation, which is why people find it like enjoyable long term because it feels rewarding because you're rewarded for like your actual abilities instead of just like. Oh, Mario up-aired me, I'm going to watch my character die. Or, I got grabbed by ICs, watch my character to die. Or Sheik did, just watch my character die. It's just, there's more types of interactions, more ways to express yourself, more ways skill is a factor. And that's why it's always going to be timeless. Here's our worst move, transferring to Zelda. But it's actually not useless because on Dreamland specifically, so I'm going to hit you with a back air. So to put you in the corner stage. When I hit you with the back air, just press up left. DI quickly, up left.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you want more options, you can go to Zelda.
If I want more options, I can go.
Yes, and now you have more mix-ups. You could have actually done that way better, but maybe I should have been the one getting hit. But basically, if you're at Zelda, you fall slower, but you also drift way further. It's like one of the biggest drifts. Compared to Sheik, watch this. Watch how far Zelda falls. Now I'll show you Sheik. Oh, I messed up. Now I'll show you Sheik, just the way she falls. She falls like straight down by comparison.
Ew.
And so on Dreamland specifically, since there's so much range, and then like you have so many opportunities to like come back to the stage, more than any other stage by far. It could be good if you DI right and go, which top players do a lot. You get in like upper left corner of the map. You don't want to get flowchart because she gets flowchart edge guard a lot. With Zelda, you can like get closer to the stage and you can decide if you want to do this or not, or if you want to just go to one of the platforms and accept that you get hit again, but then depending on the matchup, it might be hard to kill anyway, or you just transform and you get a certain distance close, just so you can threaten doing that. Or like it's more like you're still probably gonna die, but
okay, well.
You make it not as free. Oh, there's advanced uppy tricks like this. If you hold like halfway on the stick, or a little more than halfway, you shorten the distance by a lot. So like watch, this is an easier example. Normal uppy. Now I'll do like half uppy.
Oh.
This is a normal uppy. This is half.
Oh,
see that?
Jesus.
You saw a difference, right?
Wow.
So like, so that could be good as like to trick people. So how to combo of Sheik depends entirely on the character. A lot of time you just like want to grab you as Zelda.
No, as Zelda. Okay.
Yeah. So I could just do down throw. Oh, freaking fuck. Okay. I could just down throw you and then do an aerial. That's the basics. On the floaty, you just down throw and do aerial. Whether it could be neutral air or forward air or up air or back air. You just want to pick any air except down air. Or unless you down air if you're tech chasing on a platform at certain percents.
Okay.
Maybe. I'm not sure if that's even meta anymore because slide off DI kind of bodies it. But you basically do forward air or up air or one of your areas basically. And that's usually what you do. In the past, I used to do like F-tilt and stuff, and then I realized, wait, this is stupid. I'm getting less damage and just DI away. So I just eventually stopped doing that. If they DI up, straight up, or like up behind you, you can up tilt and then either back air them or not. But that's the basic idea on a floaty. Now, fast forwards, you want to down throw and reaction tech chase. You just want to look at them and just see what to do and then re-grab them. But it's like, that's a whole nother topic in itself, where you can like guess, and then like, you can just guess the recovery or whatever, or just react. And the reacting part is really hard. Most people can't do it consistently. So a lot of it's literally grabbing and figuring out the punish, the tree window. Like there's also like, obviously as I said before, the F tilts. Oh, down smash is I forgot to mention down smash. Down smash is ridiculous. Down smash is frame 5. This is frame 4, but frame 5 of it, right here, her entire front leg is invincible.
Oh.
She's only not invincible from like the middle of her body, but like she's pretty well protected. That frame specifically is invincible, so it will literally just beat other moves. So like if you try to short hop fair me.
There's no anything.
Basically, if we do it at this exact same moment, I'm gonna win only because invincibility frame. There's one invincibility frame on 5, but that's why this will just beat moves only on this frame. But it's a nice little benefit, and that's really useful because it's the same speed. All her tilts are frame 5, and down smash is 5. So a lot of her best moves are frame 5. Like this, you could do stuff like that. But if they DI away, as I said, the dash attack hitbox is bad. It becomes like, instead of a guaranteed combo, if they DI away dash attack, it usually becomes a 50-50. So people usually just, when you get combo dash, people usually just hold away DI because it makes it life way harder for her. Instead of just, if you DI in or miss DI, she can just body you. But if you hold DI away when fighting her, it makes her life way harder overall in like every scenario. If her dash attack wasn't so freaking bad, then it would not be maybe the same case. But yeah, generally if you're fighting Sheik, you just DI away. But I mean, yeah, sometimes I just try to do that and then just do like whatever combo, and then there's a 50-50 and another 50-50. Like, well, I could have just faired to end it earlier. It's hard to summarize, but a lot of it comes down to the grabs. And the basics are just do this, like F tilt and then you fair. Right? Sorry, I wasn't sure because sometimes it's ambiguous to tell if you're gonna land on the platform. Like I wasn't sure, and like sometimes I try to cover up multiple options. Like you can like try to tech roll in, like miss DI and then tech roll in. I can like cover both options, like on Battlefield. So for stages, it depends a lot on the matchup, but if you're talking on average, she tends to not like FD and Pokemon because the other stages, they're like wide stages, and characters like Falco and Fox can win neutral with the lasers and then like kill you early off the top with like the up smash and stuff. And as I said, this is matchup based, so like she might like FD or she might like Pokemon against like Jigglypuff. Like in Jigglypuff matchup, you probably would like Pokemon. It's an above average stage against Jigglypuff. But if you're fighting like a Fox, you certainly want to get rid of Pokemon and FD. But guess what? You can't get rid of in a 3 to 5. You have to play both stages anyway. And in a 2 to 3, you're playing one of them anyway, which is why it sucks. Yeah, it's hard to describe. I think across the board, like Plup likes Fountain. I think Yoshi's is pretty good because it's small and she's really good at the edge guarding. And Battlefield's just pretty good for her overall. And Dreamland, it depends on the matchup. Like, you don't want it on Puff, and maybe not Puff or Peach, but anyone else is pretty good. Basically, everything's fair game, except you usually hate these two unless you're fighting another floaty. If you're fighting another floaty, then it's really highly debatable. And honestly, I don't even know what stages are really best for Sheik against, like, Peach and Yoshi and Pikachu and stuff. I haven't even figured it out myself. At Marth, you ban FD every single time. And you pick Dreamland every single time.
Oh.
Fox is obviously like a very important matchup. So basically, when Fox is below 20%, you're screwed. You're screwed. He can literally crouch cancel everything and punish you. However, that ends kind of soon because when he gets to like this, starting this percent exactly, F tilt knocks over. So watch. Well, I need Fox to come down. So like this, and then you can just tech chase on reaction or just up smash or just there's a lot of ways you can tech chase. But basically, he gets knocked down after like this will knock down at like I think 21, and F-Toe is like 24 or something. And then basically a lot of your moves, and even when it doesn't knock down, it hits him further and further. But when they're at exactly 0, it kind of sucks because he can really just crouch cancel you at 0. So you have to be really like obnoxious at 0. You want to do grabs or needles or super spacing and hoping he doesn't punish you perfectly. And I remember the thing in the Jigglypuff video where I said the Sakurai angle, try to crouch. There's that happens on a weak bear. So sometimes foxes just mess up when you weak bear them. But if it was a strong bear at 0, you would actually get bodied. So weak bear at 0 can gimmick them. But yeah. Same thing of weak nair. Crouch cancel. See, same thing happens. The weak nair. But that's like... But then if I was to strong fair at the same time, like...
Okay, well...
And it's like, it's kind of a mix-up. You also can edge guard Fox. I used to fight Fox by just spacing, because he doesn't have range. I always thought that was a big Fox weakness. In fact, for years I didn't even think Fox was the best character because he lacked range, and I would just outrange all the Foxes. Not only as with Mark, but as Sheik too. So Fox needs to come near me. You do this, and you just back throw and guess what they're going to do. So if they jump right in, you can do that. But you know, the Fox isn't DIing, but most of them they're going to DI and jump in. Watch me versus left-handed packs. And then you can also do stuff like this. But he could have drilled you. Like there's a counter everything. Like Fox has a lot of recovery options. Shine, stall, and air dodges, and jump back, jump toward, different options. Down airs or not. Like it's actually there's like 10 different things off the like Fox can do. But generally you back throw and then you guess what you think they're gonna do and you throw to move to counter. So if you think they're gonna jump to the ledge, like you just like throw a needle. That actually covered high jump, and that would also cover low jump. Oh. But if you think they're gonna jump back, you can do that and then kill them, or just like if you think they're gonna illusion on, you can do that, and then like because you hear the ching, and then you when you hear the ching of the illusion, you just do an aerial. You've seen me do that in a lot of my Sheik against Spaceys, where I just do this or this. I basically press the aerial button on reaction, whether it's a this or that or whatever. I'm doing it like on reaction. A lot of my best Sheik sets for Spaceys involve me doing reactionary edge guards. Falco, it's out of shield game. I can't really shoot out on a computer, but basically you want to be good out of shield, and you want to. I think camp platforms is good, so I try to outpatient the Falco, and I'm willing to go 8 minutes every single game forever if needed.
Oh,
I don't care. I don't care. I'm literally gonna go 8 minutes every single game if needed. I have that mentality, and I don't care if it's a 30-minute set. Marth, when he dashes away, you boost grab. And crouch canceling is really good, but Marth, this match is seen as pretty even nowadays. If the Marth plays good, theoretical Marth wins. Old days Sheik wins. I'd say it's even, but my opinion is even or easier for Sheik. But like end game meta, if all players are playing good, Marth should theoretically have the advantage at perfect play. But dash away loses to boost grab. You don't want to do that every time though, because then it gets obvious, and he can literally just jump over you, or just do anything but move in that spot at that time. But I'm just saying, having the mix-up in the back of your head's nice. You could just space aerials, but he can just, like, air to air, he'll beat you. Like, he can just fair you and down tilt you and stuff. Marth also gets struggles by crouch canceling. Like, you can crouch him at low percent and then body him. Falcon, you just down throw. Yeah, down throw and then try to kill him. And that's the easiest summary I can give. The way you deal with Peach is by not going near her bubble. And when you do, you just outrange her, because she's like a wall. Especially, it's really annoying when you're both at low percent, so you can just crouch, down tilt, and down smash. If you happen to not auto-cancel to fair, like do fair L cancel. See that landing back? Now watch this. Do it again. I messed up. Space perfectly. Now you got punished for being perfect. You would have been better off being a bad player. That's the thing.
That
there.
makes no sense.
Yeah, no, that's the thing there though. Like that's why you never want to do the L canceled fairs on Peach. I always forget that, and then I get down to it and I die, because what Peach does, she moves back, and then forward, and then you can do giant Armada Peach combos and do a lot of damage.
Giant Armada Peach.
And then you get a lot of damage. So that's like you never want to do the L cancel fair. Ices you just space out aerials, needle, and stuff. Just aerials and needles and things. You can't even grab him. There's a reason Shu hasn't lost to like a Sheik in like 10 years or whatever.
God.
Don't listen to Sheiks who say that Ices win. The Ices are just not as good at players. The character actually wins. And she basically beats all the low tiers. So basically, I think Sheik is a solid number 5 in a game, unless wobbling ices are better. But most likely, she's 5th in a game. Some people say 4th, some people say 6th. I think she's a solid 5th. She basically loses to the characters above her, except like even with Marth, and loses to ices. She's a good choice to pick up. Not the best character, but certainly better than the vast majority of the characters. The way I see it is like kind of comparable to Ultimate Palutena, except not as broken. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Later.
See ya.